Hello guys, I am Sagar Sonore and today I am going to discuss about the body fluid and significance of each body fluid in the diagnosis. Okay, so human beings are mostly water, ranging from the 75% of the body mass in the infants to about 50 to 60% of the uh, in adult and women to as low 45% in the old age. So the percent of the body fluid water changes with the development because of the proportions of the body given over the to each organ and to muscles, fat, bone and the other tissues changes from infancy to adulthood. So brain and kidneys have the highest proportions of the water, which compose of the 80 to 85% of their masses. In the contract, it have lower proportions of the water at 8 to 10%. So body fluid can be discussed in the terms of their specific fluid components, allocations, that is a highly largely separate from the another compartments by some from physical barrier. So the intracellular fluid is a compartment and a system that include all the fluid enclosed in the cells by their plasma membranes, and the another is extracellular fluid. So extracellular fluid is surrounded all the cells in the body. Extracellular fluid have two primary constituent, the fluid compartments and the another fluid compartment of the blood, and another is the uh, interstitial fluid that surround all the cell, not the blood. So now we can talking about the intracellular fluid, means what is intracellular fluid, and all the information related to the intracellular fluids. So intercellular fluid lie within the cells and the principal component of the cytoplasm. The intercellular fluid makes the about 60% of total body of the total water in the human body. So and in the average size of the adult male, the intercellular fluid accounts for about 25 liter living cells in closely regulated. And if with the amount of the water inside of the cells that falls to value that is too low, and the systole becomes too concentrated with the solutes and to carry on the normal cellular activities. If too much water enters a cell, the cell may be burst and may be destroyed. Okay, so and now we can talking about the extracellular fluid. So extracellular fluid accounts for the other one third of the body's water content, and approximately 20% of the extracellular fluid found in the plasma, and the plasma travels through the body and the body in the blood vessels and the transport a range of a material including the blood cells and the protein, the proteins that include in the clotting factors and the antibodies and electrolytes, nutrients, gases, and as also wastes, and the gaseous, nutrient and waste material from intercellular fluid by the selectively permeable cell membranes, and that help to regulate the passage of the material between the intercellular fluid and the interior of the cells. The body has a water-based extracellular fluid. Those include the cerebrospinal fluid that baths the brain and the spinal cord, lymph, and also the synovial fluid of the joints, and the pleural fluids in the pleural cavities, and the pericardial fluid in the cardiac sacs, and the peritoneal fluid in the peritoneal cavity, and the aqueous humor of the eye, because of the fluid are outside of the cells. And those fluid are also considered a component of the extracellular fluid and the component. So now we can talking about the compositions of the body fluid, means how body fluid can be composed, and which material or the which substances can include in the compositions of the body fluid. So compositions of the body fluid, that is the extracellular fluid, that is the component that include in the extracellular body fluid, that is the plasma, and the intracellular body fluid are the more similar to each of the others, either is to the intracellular fluid. And blood plasma has a high concentrations of the sodium, calcium, as well as the bicarbonate and protein. And we can if the interstellar fluid is a high concentrations to the protein, and in contrast of the interstellar fluid has a elevated amount of potassium, phosphate, magnesium, protein, and ore of interstellar fluid, so contain a high concentrations of the potassium, phosphate, whereas the both plasma and interstellar fluid contain high concentrations of the sodium as well as the chloride. So I hope and that is most of the body fluid are neutral in the neutral in the charges, and thus they contains and positively charged ions and anions, and negatively charged ions than the balanced fluids, as seen in the we can talking about the sodium and the chloride are the concentrated in the electronic extracellular fluid of the body, whereas the potassium ion is concentrated inside the cells. So in this video all about the compositions of the body fluids, and all information related to the body fluids. So thank you.